before entered university life, I honestly and genuinely thought that it would be phenomenal. The image that you were thinking about, that you would hang out with friends and have a lot of fun. But in reality, it is none of that. And it turned out to be the opposite even. During the first year, like, I tried to get to know people, try to make some friends. It wasn't a real connection between like me and my friends. It's just like I craved to have some friends, new friends that I thought that okay, it would fulfill something in me, even if they were good people. But at the end of the day, if you guys don't have anything or many things in common, it would rarely last to me. I used to be passionate about my dreams a lot. I used to do powerlifting back then. Before I went to university, I went to like a competition and I got the first place. I was so proud of it because I trained intensively for a year. Well, that was tough. Like you gotta do meal plan and just train heavily every single day. You gotta do your own program and sleep enough every single day. Wow, that was tough. But then like look at my life right now, bro. Like from a dream chaser to a loner. I literally like just a normal layman. I don't have any skills particularly, just living day by day and just read a book, trying to do whatever that could benefit my future. That's it. If you guys are new here, I am a person, I don't go outside. The vast majority, 98 to 99% of the time, I just stay in this room. And this room consists of like this room, my bedroom, toilet, and kitchen. That's it. I live alone. So I don't even get sunlight during the day. Pretty much like I'm like a caveman. Like my friends in university, not exactly, if I can call them like my friends, but we don't actually talk like in class, except like we got like a group project. Yeah, like they would just tell me that like, bro, like you are literally like a caveman. You don't go outside, you don't do anything. Cause I would just go outside like once every like few weeks just to get some groceries, and that's it. I would just stock up some food and live in my room, living with my own thoughts. There was nothing that we could say that is the same as we thought about university life at all. Of course, like for some people, it might be as they imagine, but I would say that it might be because of me too, that it is actually not what I really want, just to go to a bar and drinking, dancing. It has never been my thing at all. I'm not trying to condemn anyone if you do it, but it's just not what I do and I would enjoy it. So pretty much living alone, and you could call me insane. Literally, I would just be laughing hysterically after midnight alone, looking at my life and how absurd it is. I swear it is literally like that. I would just laugh it out loud. It is also funny to me that I got no friends, literally no notifications on daily basis. I talk to no one. So it is also peaceful and you have a lot of time to live with yourself. I've become more mindful. In fact, I'm extremely hyper conscious too. At first, it was almost like a nightmare, I would say, because everything that you were doing since the moment that I opened my eyes from sleeping in the morning. I would be immediately conscious that like, boom, I'm awake, and now what? Like it was just like that. It's not the same as like oh, I wake up, I get to brush my teeth, or I'm still sleepy. No, it was never like that. It's just like I'm conscious, I exist. That is the first thing that came into my head. It sucks, right? But now I kind of get it out of my head, even though I'm still hyper conscious. But it is, let's say that existential crisis, it doesn't get into my head as much as it used to be anymore, I would say. I have never thought in my life that my life would turn out to be like this at all. Living alone. It was scary, actually. Loneliness used to be my biggest fear. I don't mean like physically I can live alone, but I feel the need to talk to someone whenever I need to, even just for some nonsensical topics. I need to feel a connection. I don't know if it is the right word. Like, I need to talk to someone about something to cover my own void. I don't want it to dominate my mind. It is scary. Like, everything that you've been avoiding, it would surface. And then it is just so overwhelming that you cannot face it. So, the only thing that I can do is just trying to live my life and talk to people, call my friends or just call my family. That's it. And then after calling with them, I would just have a little time left and then I would just go to bed. It is like that. But now I can live with it comfortably. It is almost as if like the void, silence, all of them are my friends now. Like, I don't view them as something negative. It is just part of our life that we will inevitably have to face with, whether it is now or later. So I don't see the point of trying to escape from them. I don't know if you have ever faced it or you are avoiding it, but I swear to you, at first, it might vary differently from person to person, but to me, at first, it hits me so hard. Like, you could have been depressed. I swear to God. And if you have like no friends or like no connection, anything, it is almost unbearable. It is the silence and void that you are not used to with because you don't know how to deal with them. That is the scary part. And when it hits you with whatever that you've been avoiding, whether it is your trauma, your dreams, and your flaws, all of them are scary because you would realize that you gotta fix all of them and it is haunting you. And what you're doing is trying to run away from it over and over again. It will never end if you don't face it. It will be hard at first, but I believe that you guys can overcome it eventually. College is just another gateway before entering the real world that I have to work. I don't know if it would be in a corporate job, white collar, blue collar. I have no idea. Nowadays, even if you got a degree, like I have seen many people on the news that they apply for like 400, 500 jobs, and then they still like don't get any jobs at all. They got rejected or no response. How is that even possible? You got a degree. Imagine people who just graduated from like high school nowadays and they don't have money enough to go to university. Then how are they gonna find a job besides working part time that is like even enough for them to afford their normal expenses like food, renting, car. Like there are too many. How is it even possible? I think millennial and just like previous generations, they are quite luckier in this aspect when you think about it. Because back then, the system and bureaucracy, they weren't this complicated and difficult to deal with. Nowadays, if whatever that you want to do, if you want to work abroad, right, and you want to move there, you got to prepare like I don't know a huge pile of papers. Like, bro, that is insane. I don't even know what do I have to prepare for. I'm genuinely curious, like, how do these people even know what do they have to prepare? I seriously like saw they know this website they have to apply for residency, they have to do tax here, they got to do this for like medicine. Like, bro, there are so many, and not to mention that to find a well-paid job, it is almost impossible unless you apply for at least like 300-400 jobs. Man, like the modern world is insane. Like, I have no word for it at all. It drives everyone crazy, including me. Like, you can tell. I've never thought that my life would be like this. I said it a lot, and it is true. I thought that I would enjoy my college years, go outside, explore a new city. Since I moved from like my hometown to a new state for my university, like very quite far, it is a completely different region alone. It turns out that to me, it is even worse than my hometown. It is so loud, and everywhere is crowded. There's literally nowhere, I swear to you guys, that I could just be sitting on a bench alone for 5 minutes. It is no way. There's literally nowhere that I could just be alone, like look at the nature and stuff. I can't. There would be people around 24/7, regardless, everywhere. I just don't like it, you know. I don't want to see people. I don't want to hear car honk. I just want to live alone. That's it. That's what I asked for. And the only place that I can live alone is just this place. That's why I stay in my room almost, not almost, yeah, 99% of the time. I would just go outside to buy food. That's it. It sucks, right? It is not that I don't want to go outside or I don't want to make friends, but it is either you would befriend with, at least in my situation, shallow or misaligned people, or being in solitude. I don't know which one would you choose, but I would rather be alone rather than being with others who, like, I have to pretend to be with, like pretend to be someone else so that we can enjoy moments together. I don't want to do that. I'm not superior to them or anything. I don't want you to get it in a wrong way, but many people whom I knew in my university, at least, I don't think I am compatible with any of them at all. So like on like a deeper level, like on the surface, everybody like could befriend. That is fine. But I just, if I were to have some friends, of course, like you want a friend who you can call like at 2 3 a.m. for emergency stuff, right? And talk about anything, whatever that you think of, your biggest fear when you are having a mental breakdown. So if I can't find anyone, then I'd rather be alone, you know? Because, of course, like, this is my third year already in my university, and undeniably, I got some friends, but none of them have similar ambitions, or they don't feel like they want to thrive. They are complacent with their situation, even though it's not the best. That is the main thing that I concerned about most. I want people who are like-minded like me, you know, at least if even if they are way lower than me, or they are just ignorant, have no idea about anything in life at all, but they are willing to be better. That is the kind of person who I want to befriend with. I don't want to befriend with a genius, but playing video games for the whole day and staying in a toxic relationship. Like, I just don't care. If you don't have self-respect and you prefer stagnation, then that is your life. I'm not trying to condemn anyone, but that is just not what I value. So I don't want to befriend with anyone that would drag me down, because I want to grow in many aspects in life, and I don't want anything to hinder my progress. it is not completely a choice to be alone. Partially, it is because of the environment. It is not suitable. Not, I would say that it is because of the culture too. My country people, they are not that ambitious because they know that they can rely on their connections or their parents, or they just chill with their lives, living day by day. I know that everyone wants to be successful, but only a handful would actually want to do the work. Seriously, I talk to like many people, they want to be successful. They brag about what they're gonna buy, Lamborghini, Rolex, they want to buy a penthouse, whatsoever, but their habits say otherwise. I don't understand like if you are keeping like doing those things, they're not gonna benefit your future at all. It is easier said than done, right? A lot of them they have higher potential than me, like way higher, but they're just like, oh, I still have time. In fact, like everyone still has time, seriously. But what matters is that when are they going to realize that they if they don't start it now, then they're just postponing it forever. Which is why I don't care about their calendar year, what date it is, what month it is. I just know that I have to do it. And on the journey, this is one of the most important things that I learned is that I have to enjoy it too. Otherwise, it wouldn't last. I've been on like this self improvement journey for almost 4 years. At first, it was fun, everything was novel. I looked up to David Goggins, like David Late, in those eras, like 2023, I suppose, around that. Yeah, and just like went to the gym, training my body. In fact, like I learned a lot from the gym. It is just not that you build muscle, but you also build resilience and discipline along the way. Not everyone would receive those things, of course. You must be willing to do the hard work in order to achieve your goals, which in my case was aesthetic and power. Literally, I still got like a gold medal there. I will show you guys sometimes if I have an opportunity to. It was fun, when you chase your dreams. But then at some point, I just realized that it is not that it is unachievable, but when it can't be monetized, then that is where my dreams collapsed. I gotta quit after I realized that even if I were to be the best in the world, which I actually knew that I could, I swear to God, at the time when I was 17, I my weight was 50, 59, and I could deadlift 205 kg, which is quite a lot. If I were to still like keep doing that, I could definitely like go to international for sure, no doubt. You can call me delusional and stuff, but I knew that I could do it. I was so passionate and ambitious. I literally devote like my life to it. So, but then, as I said, like before entering the uni, I just stopped it completely. Stopped deadlifting, stopped squatting, stopped benching because I know that it wouldn't help me anything at all. It's not a popular sport, Like I bet that you might not even know what powerlifting is. I mean, you can tell that it's just like lifting heavy, right? At least I learned something from it a lot, and it was fun. I had a bunch of good memories. It is worth it. However, you got to be realistic with your life, which is why I just chose to quit and pursue my academics instead. Even though not fully at the time, I was trying to searching about what I really want in life too. I mean, still like now, I'm still searching. Even if when I turn 80, I think I would still say the same thing. Because to me, learning is a forever process. There is no like finishing point that like from like 1 to 10. It's not like that. Just like you're just learning forever. Because as I said, time changes, culture changes, people change. So nothing would be the same there. Will always be something new for you to learn, and you got to adapt to it, learn about it in order to survive and understand it. Maybe even if you are knowledgeable enough, you might be influential and you can influence and reshape culture to some extent, which is quite a honorable thing to do if it is for good, not like to incite violence like that. Just don't misuse your power or ability. And now I'm just doing content. I don't wish for anything. I know that this video might get like 2 3 views, but I seriously just don't care. I do it because I enjoy it, because I want to do it. That's it. Literally, like whenever I take a nap, right, or before I went to bed, I would be like, bro, I just wanted to do a video now. I want to make a video. I swear to God, like it is really fun. I swear that I put myself out there and give something to you guys. At least I'm trying to give wisdom and trying to be positive with everything. I don't do anything that is against my vocation. Like I wouldn't try to go to clubs to impress some girls or to get some hot chicks. I just don't care. Because I know that I might feel guilty and regretful about it later on. So why would I even do something that I don't even value? This is what happened when you are hyper conscious and you understand yourself a lot, which is something that I encourage people to do. First and foremost, turn your phone off. Maybe walk alone somewhere in the jungle, in the woods, without music, with no podcast. Just walk or jogging, running, whatever that you prefer. But walking would be the best approach for introspection, because you're just walking slowly, looking at the nature. You would get some ideas. Trying to face something that often reoccurs to you, because that is something that your mind has been asking or demanding answer from you, and you are the only person who can resolve it. Others can try to help you, but at the end of the day, it is on you, not on external variables. I hope that you would be able to get something from this video. I think it is quite long already. I appreciate a lot if you watched until here, and if you like something or disagree with something, you guys can comment down below. I would go and read it. Every comment means the world to me. I really want to know what you guys think about it, even if you just say that like, oh yeah, that is horrible, or yeah, that is good. I like this part, I like that part. That is enough. And thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. And yeah, man, see you in the next one.